Let's go. Yeah, recording in progress. Shalom Aleichem, Shavua Tov. It's so wonderful to be able to go and to see everyone after the 9 days, after Tisha B'Av, and we're in the midst of all the great happiness and celebrations. The Shiva de Nechemta, the 7 weeks of comfort that Hashem gives us as a build-up towards the new year, Rosh Hashanah, the upcoming year. We're told that from the 15th of the month of Av, from the 15th of the month, we have a special opportunity to bless each other with the blessing of Kesiva V'Chasima Teva, that we should be written and inscribed Lashana Teva Masuka, for a good and sweet year. And it's brought in different places that every time we bless someone with it to be written and inscribed for a good and sweet year, it is written down above in our book. And not only is it written down, but the more that we bless other people, the greater and sweeter and more successful year it will be for us in the upcoming Rosh Hashanah, the upcoming new year. So this is already a beginning, starting here in our shir, and obviously it's given over to everyone here that is participating in the shir to pass on and to continue. And the more that we bless, the greater and the more sweeter and the more beautiful year it will be for the entire Jewish nation. In the Dvar Malchus, we're on in Parshas Shmini. That's not this week, but this is the week that we're holding in regard to our weekly study. In the hard copy, we're on page 101, Ois Dalet, and in the PDF file, we're on page 4, also Ois Dalet. And the Rebbe says as follows: Tachlis hakavonahi, the goal and the intention is Shagam ha'or shalamayla mishtalshlus, that also the light that is above the order of the chain of creation, which is represented by the name of the parsha Shmini, the 8th, lo yisher ba'avdola me'olam, should not remain separated from the world. Ela yumshach begili ba'olam, but it should be drawn down on a revealed basis into the world, ba'efen she'olam mitzad gidrei atzmei, in a manner that the world, as far as its limitations are concerned, yikloit esagili, will be able to go and to receive the revelation, that is above the chain of creation, above the world. Kloimar, in other words, that the connection should be in both matters. The revelation that is above the boundaries and limitations of the world. That in this there is the virtue that it is above the limitations of the world. In a manner of boundaries and limitations, that in this there is also the virtue that the recipient becomes a receptacle for this light, lekabel, to receive, velikloit, and to absorb as hagili betnimius, this revelation on an inner basis. Nasa achibra de bligvul ugvul, and thus the conjunction, the connection of that which is with unlimited connects with that which is limited. And furthermore, the order of the service of the individual, of the Jew in this matter is is from the bottom up. In other words, through our service to Hashem, from below. That the borders and limitations, the restrictions of the world, they reach gam leklita sa'or, also to the ability to receive the light that is above the limitations of the world, Kidulakaman Sif Vav, that as we will be learning in letter Vav. And in this is expressed the novelty of the revelation of Hashemliness, but in the tabernacle and later on in the Beis Hamikdash, in the temple in Yerushalayim. And in the utmost of completion, as will be in the third Beis Hamikdash. As is brought about in the eighth day, the Osuli Migdash, and they will, as it states about the eighth day, the inauguration of the tabernacle, the Asuli Migdash, the commandment that Hashem commands us to make for him a sanctuary. V'shochanti b'seicham, and I will dwell within them, within each and every Jew, not only in the building, in the structure of the tabernacle or the Beis Hamikdash. Hashra v'gilui Ashchina, the reigning and the revelation of the divine presence, that is above the restrictions of the world. Li, as it states, they will make for me that light of Hashem that is above the limitations of the world. B'mishkan agashmi, in the material tabernacle, in the material sanctuary. B'maisa yedechem, and it is done through the actions of your hands, the actions of the hands of the Jewish nation. And from the sanctuary it is drawn to throughout the entire world. Like it states in the Jerusalem Talmud in Tractate Brachos, that from the sanctuary light goes forth to the entire world. And as it was on a revealed basis with the Holy Ark, that was the main object in the sanctuary, the Holy Ark, that the place of the Holy Ark did not take up space. It was above any measurements of that limit or bounder a mundane material object here in this world. Even though the Holy Ark, in which were placed the two tablets of the covenant, that include within them the entire Torah, that the Torah and the Holy One, blessed be, are all one entity. It is above restrictions and boundaries. Like it states, it is not within a material measurement. It didn't take up any space, material space. Nevertheless, the place of the Aron, in theory, as it was written, the place, it had a specific measurement. It was 2.5 cubits in length, and so on. And its place was was above, or it did not have the capacity of taking up space. This is the virtue of that which is unlimited, together with the virtue, digvul, of that which is limited. That can be grasped in the limitations of the mundane creation and the mundane the mundane world. And similar to this, it is expressed in the service of the Jew. In general, we see that there's two manners and two orders of service of the Jew here in this world to Hashem. Aveda betzimtzum of a memedida v'agbola, a service which is in a manner of contraction, in a manner of restriction and boundary, dikdusha, of holiness. And a service which is above any manner, any restrictions or boundaries. And we find in one that which is not found in the other. In other words, they both have virtues of their own. The service in regard to that which is within restrictions and boundaries, is parallel or in proportion to the level of the human being. That the human being can make a vessel to receive elokus, Hashemliness, bepnimius mitziusei, in his inner essence and inner existence. And the service which is beyond restrictions and beyond limitations, as we are commanded in the Torah, that we are meant to love Hashem bechol me'odecha, with all our existence, which is going beyond our existence, that which is beyond our limitations of the mundane world. He kli lekabel elokus. This is a vessel to receive Hashemliness, which is above the restrictions of the human being. Me'oid ha'amiti. And this is the very much, the true very much, that which is beyond the limitations of the mundane world. Vashlemus he, and what is the completion in the service of the Jew? It's expressed bechibur shel shnei inyanim, through the conjunction, the fusing of both concepts. Ba'avodas ha'odam, in the service, in our daily lives, in the service of the human being. Heim ba'avodas shel ma'ala magbola, this includes the service as it is above boundaries. There exists also the virtue that this is nimshach bechol pnimius. It is drawn down in a bechli bepnimius, into a vessel in a inner manner, in a manner that it is absorbed within the mundane world. And also in one's service, that is within limitations, there exists the virtue, the bechol me'odecha, that we have the ability to serve Hashem beyond our limitations. Bechol me'odecha, with all our might, or that which goes beyond restrictions and limitations of the mundane world. And Yehi Rotzen, may it be Hashem's will, on this very special occasion, a very special month, the month of comfort and the 7 weeks of comfort, that we should have the comfort of Hashem on a good and revealed basis. And the main thing is that it should be teichef umiyad mamash, immediately, literally, with the revelation of the Rebbe Shlitah Melech HaMoshiach, on a good and revealed basis, teichef umiyad mamash, mamash, mamash. Yechi Adonenu, Moreinu v'Rabbeinu, HaMelech HaMoshiach, Chai v'Kayom le'olam v'ed. Amen.